Ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, business partners, and ASUS fans, please be seated at respective seating zones, and launch event will commence shortly once countdown ends. Thank you so much. A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, respected business partners, and amazing ASUS Zen fans. Can I first of all have a thunderous applause for all of you for making it here today? And of course to our Muslim friends for making it during the holy Ramadan month. Thank you so much for being with us. My name is Patricia Kay, and I will be your MC for today. It's great to have all of you here today at the KL Convention Center because we have been really looking forward to this product launch here today. We are launching two very incredible next-generation smartphones that will take you further than you ever thought possible. So you have a day in store. Now, before we start, I would like to introduce a few of our key guests who are joining with us here today. Can we first have a warm applause for Mr. Eric Chen, who is the ASUS Corporate Vice President. There he is right there. Mr. Rex Lee, ASUS APAC General Manager. Warm applause, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Benjamin Ye, ASUS Regional Director of Southeast Asia. Welcome. Mr. Andrew Chan, who is the Global Product Marketing Senior Manager. Warm applause, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Liu Seng, who is the Country Manager of ASUS Malaysia. And last but not least, Mr. Lee Hua Pin, who is the Mobile Business Development of ASUS Malaysia. Warm applause to our VIPs here today. And I'm sure you're all very excited to know what's in store for ASUS here today. But without further ado, I would love to bring you through an amazing journey of the ZenFone We Love Photo, which is basically a story, a celebration of what happened last year right around the world. Take a look.
Taiwan. We are in Rome, baby. For Sarah. Apa khabar semua?
Good evening, everyone.
Boys and girls, let's welcome the new ZenFone.
I arrived in Rome 2 days before to get a taste of this great city and its great stories.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, it's been very, very exciting all around the world. We Love Photos journey here with ASUS. And we have a very important key speaker who's going to come up and give you his welcome speech. So please put your hands together and give a very warm welcome to Mr. Eric Chen, who is the ASUS Corporate Vice President.
Good afternoon. Akabaga. Abakaba. Thank you. It's great to be back in Malaysia. I thank you for taking the time to join our event. No matter the challenges or competition in the industry, we at ASUS stay dedicated to the innovation and are consistently pursuing the best experience for our user. Our brand spirit in such an incredible keep us focused on our main goal to provide joyful and the digital efforts and joyful digital life for everyone. It's because our brand spirit and the patience, we continue to receive honorable recognition worldwide, like the world's the most admired companies, the top regarded companies, and the top 100 global tech leaders, as well as the highest brand in Taiwan for 5 consecutive years. And we are proud of our international success and the development. But we are even more proud of our partner here in Malaysia, who continue to create a very important market for ASUS. And because we are here today. And let's enjoy this event together. Thank you. And I would like to welcome our colleague Leo on the stage. Thank you.
Good afternoon. We are very happy to see all of you are here today. And for sure, we would like to introduce something incredible today. But before that, let me talk about ZenFone brand spirit first. We initiate ZenFone with the mission to create empowering of luxury for everyone to enjoy. We aspire to deliver the incredible in everything we do. And we have done this with elegant designs, excellent performance, and unrivaled performance. The ZenFone story has been full of very exciting chapters since the first generation. We have achieved many great milestones in smartphone industry. We always keep providing leading technology and the features to enrich mobile experience. Now, let's have a video that will introduce our most recent achievements.
We dare. We dream. We believe. In search of incredible is a never-ending quest. The best technology is the one utilized by everyone, and only smartphone to have 4 GB of RAM.
It is the dream machine for everyone who loves photography, backed by a monstrous, empowering luxury, designed for everyone to enjoy. World's first Tango-enabled and daydream-ready smartphone. The ultimate dedication to our love for photos.
Regardless of how many achievements we have made, our ZenFone journey will never stop there until we are able to fully satisfy end users' demand. This time, I will assure you that the new generation ZenFone will deliver incredible experience for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you 2 of the leading roles today. ZenFone 5, the intelligent phone with cameras that think for you. And ZenFone Max Pro M1, the next generation smartphone with limited scamming performance. 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。
We dare. We dream. We believe. In search of incredible is a never-ending quest. The best technology is the one utilized by everyone, and only smartphone to have 4 GB of RAM. It is the dream machine for everyone who loves photography, backed by a monstrous, empowering luxury, designed for everyone to enjoy. We aspire to deliver the incredible
And there you have it, the two ultimate perfect smartphones. This time, I'm ZenFone for sure going to get one. And of course, members of the media, you can step forward and take a few photos here as well. Leo is holding them up, so he can just point first to the left, just face in the left direction. This is your time to snap a few photos. Please do come forward. Thank you so much. We're just going to hold to the left. Let's move to the center. And let's move to the right. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Leo. Members of the media, kindly depart back to your respective seats and let's continue on.
Now, I would like to invite our Mobile Business Development Manager, Lee Huai-bin, to come up the stage to share more about these two incredible devices.
Good afternoon, guys. Hello. Hello. A very good afternoon to all our members of media, our esteemed business partner, and most of all, our Zen fans. Now, today, Leo just unveiled two new great devices from ASUS, the ZenFone 5 and the ZenFone Max Pro. So without further ado, I will bring you guys in depth into our ZenFone 5. I've been with ASUS since the beginning of ZenFone. Back in 2014, we have launched our very first generation of ZenFone. And we named it ZenFone 4, ZenFone 5, and ZenFone 6. Of these three models, ZenFone 5 is Malaysia's most preferred choice. Do you guys know why? Any of the Zen fans still holding ZenFone 5? No? If there is, I might give you a brand new one. Right? Okay. ZenFone 5 is the most sellable ZenFone in Malaysia simply because we offered greater spec at a very affordable price. Now, today, we are back again, bringing back the glory of ZenFone 5, where Zen fans can now own the most incredible phone ever made by ASUS. Lately, I'm amazed by those small devices that we carry every day are evolving so fast. From a telephone that can only do simple call function, to a feature phone that can probably do some SMS, and then the smartphone with different function apps, and now, with the new AI development, a new breed of smartphone is rising up, and we call them the intelligent phone. For ASUS, AI should not be complicated. So our vision of AI, it should start with you. Start with people is at the core of our thinking. We strive to provide the best for you. Now, the bigger we get, the more diverse our customer become, and each with different set of needs. So we use AI to deliver the best for you. There are two ways of learning. Learn from you and learn from us. ZenFone will now learn from tons of available data, but will also learn from you. Artificial intelligence is a broader concept, and AI has embraced several other areas like machine learning, deep learning, and many others. We also developed a lot of intelligent features into our brand new Zen UI 5.0. But today, I only wish to highlight 6 of these AI features. AI camera, AI boost, AI display, AI ringtone, AI charging, and AI photo learning. All of these features, they are developed into the new ZenFone 5. I have very good news for you guys. In February, in our global debut launch in MWC, our ZenFone 5 and ZenFone 5Z won 9 awards from prestigious media worldwide, including Android Central, Stuff, and Unbox Therapy. Now, the ZenFone 5 is made of metal and glass united for beautiful premium design. The phone also comes with a 19:9 screen equipped with Full HD Plus resolution and high-end color space, DCI-P3. Some of you might know this standard is only used in high-end phones such as the iPhone or the Samsung S9 Plus. It is a 6.2-inch intelligent phone in the body of a 5.5 inches smartphone. With the 90% body ratio, this is the biggest screen area we have ever created for ZenFone. Now, ZenFone 5 is a notch screen, and our notch is 26% smaller than iPhone X. This is because we focus on what is important, making a tiny camera and a 25% bigger speaker for louder sound. This phone is so intelligent that the notch need not to be there when you don't need it. So you can turn off the notch if you don't like it. Now, when you move from vertical to horizontal, it automatically resizes the video native ratio. And because we use a 19:9 screen, now you can play your 18:9 video in full screen without any interference. Another interesting features from ASUS, the AI display. The AI display is when you have a display that works better for you. Now, the ZenFone 5, I don't mean to sound creepy, okay? But the ZenFone 5 knows when you're looking at it. And it will automatically extend the screen time for you. And when you are not looking, it will turn off the screen. Not creepy, it's intelligent, okay? An AI display also use auto color temperature to matches the best screen colors in any environment. But when we are talking about phone, yeah, any question? Okay, when we are talking about phone, display probably comes second after the performance, right? So what is the performance? The ZenFone 5 comes with the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 636, up to 4 GB RAM and a big battery of 3,300 mAh. But the performance will not stop there. ASUS, we developed exclusive technology, we call it AI Boost. It will increase the performance of the ZenFone 5 even further. So imagine your phone comes with a nitro button, right? With just a simple tap, the very same ZenFone 5 now can perform up to 12% faster. Another interesting features from ASUS, AI charging. Even when you charge it, we have some intelligent features for you guys. So you know, battery tends to degrade over time when you are charging it at 100% for a long period of time. So I do this every night when I go to sleep. I believe most of you do too. And with AI charging, it is capable to predict when you are going to bed and what time you usually awake. Your wife, she'll tell you when to go to bed and when you're going to awake. Right? It's just that she don't control your phone. ZenFone 5 can keep the battery charged at 80% the whole night, preventing it to reach 100%, and charge a little until 100% when you are awake. The AI charging actually doubled the lifespan of the ZenFone 5 battery, giving you more time with more battery for a much longer period. What about the audio? We have the best audio experience whichever way you listen. So, for your normal listening, we have a powerful dual speakers which come with dedicated amp for each of the speakers. Now for wired, we have this standard, the high-res audio and the DTS-X. While for the wireless, we have Qualcomm aptX HD and also the Bluetooth 5. And the smartphone, this time we are upgrading our Zen Ear to our new Zen Ear Pro, which has the standard of high-res audio. And our new audio wizard allows you to select many varieties of music styles. Have you guys heard of intelligent ringtone? You guys know how intelligent ringtone works? Zen fans? Yes? Why not? Because this is something others doesn't do, okay? AI ringtone automatically adjusts the volume of your ringtone by constantly analyzing the environment around you. So it can ring really, really loud in noisy environment and automatically lowers down when you are in a quiet environment. So you avoid getting missed call or disturbing you from your precious moment. And lastly, we also keep the most secure and fast way to unlock your phone, so you don't compromise the phone's security. Coming next, for ZenFone 5 and our pursuit for intelligence camera, allow me to introduce our very special guest from Global Team. Let's welcome Andrew.
Hello. Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Andrew. I work with the global team, but as you can hear from the way I speak, I come from a little kampong south of Johor called Singapore. I'm going to present the camera sections of both the ZenFone 5 and the ZenFone Max Pro to you today because my colleagues know I love photography and I wanted to do these sections. Okay? And I'm here to share details about one of the most talked about features of the ZenFone 5, which is AI camera. Last year, we introduced this tagline, "We love photo." Though we are continuing with it this year, nothing has really changed throughout the years. ASUS has always loved photography. Looking at the ZenFones that Leo showed just now, you can see that we have a very strong history of good photographic smartphones with unique technologies. And in HQ, we have a team of 20 engineers dedicated only to developing the photographic capabilities of our ZenFones. Now, as you know, AI photography is a special feature of the ZenFone 5. But what does it mean? What does AI photography, artificial intelligence photography, really mean? Well, it simply means that the phone has a human-like intelligence to detect what you are shooting and identify the subject that you're pointing the camera at. Then, when it knows what you are shooting, it can apply the most ideal settings for the scene or subject that you are shooting. And all you need to do is to press the shutter button and you get photos that are better than those shot by the auto mode of an ordinary smartphone. It's like having an expert photographer beside you all the time, and telling you, setting the phone up for what you want to shoot. And you get a perfect shot every time. So let's take a look at how the system works. The AI of our camera, the ZenFone 5, is able to detect 16 different scenes and subjects. Once detected, as I mentioned, it knows the best settings to apply for each and every one. Compared to our closest competitor, we have 3 more scenes and faster, more consistent, and more accurate detection. Here are some examples. Let's say you're pointing the phone at a flower. The AI is able to detect that you are shooting a flower, and it increases the overall saturation. If you point it at a grassy field or a landscape with a lot of greenery, it knows that it intelligently increases the green saturation, so your grass and your greenery looks fresher, more vibrant. Another example, if you shoot an ocean scene, it increases the blue saturation to make the ocean look clearer. Snow is a tricky subject which tends to overexpose. So the camera intelligently knows that it's shooting snow and lowers the exposure as well as contrast so that you can preserve the details even in the bright areas of the snow. Lastly, sunset increases the reds and oranges so that you get a warmer, more pleasant looking sunset. Other subjects that the AI can detect include food, pets, or text. In the case of food, it maybe increases the sharpness, the contrast, so you can see your food ingredients clearer. Pets tend to move around, so it increases the shutter speed, so it prevents the movement of your pet blurring in the shot. And of course, it increases the contrast in text, so that when you read the photo, it is more readable and clearer. The second rear camera of the ZenFone 5 is a 120-degree wide-angle camera. It is also a bokeh depth sensor. It is the only phone in the world where the second camera doubles up as a wide-angle camera and a bokeh depth sensor. This is a normal shot. It is a photo shot with a normal smartphone camera, with a normal, roughly 83-degree field of view. When you use the 120-degree wide-angle camera of the ZenFone 5, it allows you to capture up to 200% greater area. And this is great for landscapes, wedding table portraits, or even confined area shooting. As I mentioned, the second camera also works as a bokeh sensor. So this allows the ZenFone 5 to accurately perceive depth and create variable bokeh effects, just like you were using a DSLR lens with a variable aperture. Using the slider, users can vary the aperture between f/22 and a simulated f/0.95 aperture. The ZenFone 5 is also a great camera for shooting low-light photos. And there are several ingredients to why this is so. Let us quickly go through each of them. First, it uses a very good sensor with large light-sensing pixels. The larger the light-sensing pixels of a camera sensor is, the better it's able to absorb light. Then we pair it with a very large aperture, an f1.8 aperture. So these two allow photos to be shot with faster shutter speeds. Faster shutter speeds allow the camera to complete the exposure in a shorter time, and it minimizes your hand shaking, blurring the photo. Even if your hand shakes a little, we have optical image stabilization that helps to counter any blurring caused by any excessive handshake. Finally, we have a very precise RGB color correction sensor that's able to generate rich colors even from low light scenes. So, you put all these together, the sensitivity, the stability, and the accuracy of the ZenFone 5's camera allows it to achieve up to 5 times the light sensitivity of a standard smartphone camera. And these are all shot by the ZenFone 5, as you can see. They are very bright, richly colored, low-light photos. To further emphasize my point, we have these photos shot by our ASUS Malaysia ZenFone photographic ambassador, Peter, who is seated over there. After you can talk to him, who shot these. Yeah, a lot of you know him. Yes. Peter, can I say that they can achieve the same effect? You can try. But what Peter is trying to demonstrate here is that in low light shots, outdoor, indoor, still life, the ZenFone 5 is able to achieve these beautiful looking photos. And the thing is that these environments, as Peter can probably tell you, were actually much darker than these photos actually show. Now, a lot of you are Zen fans and you know this, which I'm very happy. I'm very happy to report to you that ASUS ZenFones have always been a favorite choice of photo enthusiasts because of our very advanced professional settings. ZenFone 5 is no different. Its Pro mode still offers the widest range of manual settings of any smartphone, allowing users to tweak their settings to their perfectly desired levels. The ZenFone 5 also offers raw file support shooting so that you can users get a better post-editing control of the file. And one of the AI modes that if any of you noticed earlier is a new tripod mode. So for those of you who like to shoot night photos and use a tripod, what do? Every time you take out your phone, you lower the shutter speed, you lower the ISO so as to reduce the grain in the photo. You do not need to anymore with the AI camera mode, AI tripod camera mode, because it detects it for you, automatically does this without you needing to do it manually anymore. So you save a few seconds, which sometimes can be crucial in a low light shot. This is the last feature of the ZenFone 5 I'd like to highlight, and it's perhaps the most personal and interesting to many of you, AI photo learning. And as Huai Pin said earlier, this is one of the aspects where the phone learns from you. Every few days, the phone will ask you, will tweak a photo that you have taken and suddenly present it to you and ask you, which one do you prefer? You choose one, whether the older one or the tweaked one. It learns your choice. Why does it learn your choice? So that when it encounters a similar looking subject or scene in the future, it can apply the settings so that it achieves the same look that you have chosen in that choice. You can also start the learning process in the Moments section of the Gallery app of our camera, of the ZenFone 5. This is only the ZenFone 5 has this feature that personalizes photo taking to a new level. To end my section, I'd just like to present a few interesting shots from the ZenFone 5 to you. This is a shot of Queenstown, New Zealand. Very high contrast, yet it's beautifully rendered as a professional-looking landscape. And I'm glad to report that in the last few days, the ASUS ZenFone 5 has achieved the highest ever DxO mark for its class of 93. Another high contrast shot of Queenstown. Again, it exposes the very bright clouds, the sun shining on the mountains, as well as the dark building and the dark foreground land very well. This is my last slide for this section. And I'd like to share this photo, which I shot in Queensland, Australia, Gold Coast, where everything was perfect. The sky, the swirl of the clouds of the sky, the track of the tires in the sand seemed to form a yin-yang pattern against a beautiful setting sun. If I came later, the clouds would have shifted and the pedestrians would have ruined the track tires. And this photo always inspires me to that to recognize and seize perfect moments whenever they come. Yep. To see the photos that I've presented earlier, and even more ZenFone 5 photos, you can go to that link over there. But a few important notes. Number one, all photos have not been edited unless they have been stated in the file name. A lot of photos have been shot with various modes to let you see how the different modes affect the photo. And that was shot using the firmware that was 1 month ago. It will continually improve the image quality. Finally, please feel free to share these photos, and I hope that you also find your perfect photo moments. Thank you, and I hand this time back to Huai Pin for the ZenFone Max Pro.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Now let us welcome Mr. Lee back to the front for the introduction of the new ZenFone Max Pro.
Oh, it's me again, right? Okay, since our first ZenFone 5 Max, ZenFone Max launch in 2015, we kept improving the battery life, as we see this is one of the most important consumer pain point, okay? So the first time I saw our ZenFone Max Pro M1 was 2 months back, okay? The first time I saw the specs and the pricing that was offered by our HQ, I said to myself, ini kali lah. Now, you guys will know why I say ini kali lah as I move forward, okay? Now, meanwhile, we also provide a lot more features such as the fingerprint and dual camera. In 2018, something even more exciting is on the way. Okay, this year, the ZenFone Max Pro will deliver more incredible features beyond your imaginations. Now, remember these two messages. The world's most powerful smartphone for its price. I'm not saying we come in with 845, 8 gig RAM, no. But at this price range, this is the best smartphone you're going to get with the best specs. And another one, world's most compact 5,000 milliampere phone battery. Okay, it's about time for us to develop a phone that is built for mobile gaming and designed for gamers with limitless gaming experience. In order to achieve that, our R&D worked all day and night to deliver only the best in experience in every aspect. The performance, the battery, display, audio, and camera. Let's begin with the most essential part of the smartphone, the display. The ZenFone Max Pro features a 6-inch IPS full-wheel display, and you get a 6-inch incredible large display in a body of a 5.5-inch smartphone. The full HD display, 2160 by 1080, and it offers you 1500 to 1 incredible contrast ratio and 450 nits brightness. So even when you are outdoor, the viewing experience is still pleasant. Is there any Zen fans here? Zen fans, raise your hand. Can you scream a bit? What about Xiaomi fans, Mi fans? Okay, I'm gonna do a series of comparison with the Xiaomi products. Okay, I hope there's no Xiaomi fans here. Don't be angry. I'm just comparing between specs on paper. All right. Okay, ZenFone Max Pro. As you can see, the key specs here. The panel is higher than the Redmi 5 Plus. The ZenFone Max Pro can provide a much better contrast, brightness, and brings your entertainment and productivity to a whole new level. Coming to another important dimension of entertainment, the audio. The ZenFone Max Pro features a 5-magnet speaker and NXP Smart Amp. 5-magnet speaker on premium Zen phones have always been a hallmark for crazy good and loud audio experience. The ZenFone Max Pro with the 5-magnet speaker just blows our competitors out of the waters. You guys can try it out later. Okay? Now, Max Pro is a great smartphone built for mobile gaming, but at the same time, for camera system on ZenFone Max Pro, we do not take it lightly. Let's welcome again Andrew to give us a little bit more introduction for the camera.
Hello, miss me? Hey. Max Pro is a great smartphone built for photography as well, as Hoi Pin just said. It is the best smartphone camera in its class. It produces exceptional image quality, and because of its big battery, you do not need to worry about running out of power when you shoot. Let me prove it over the next few slides, and you'll see. First, let's go through the hardware specs of the ZenFone Max Pro. The front and rear cameras have up to 16 megapixel sensors. And a unique feature of a smartphone at this price is that it offers a soft light LED flash at the front and the rear, which is great for low light portraits or selfies. And the second camera you see there doesn't shoot photos, but like the ZenFone 5, it is a depth sensing camera that increases the accuracy of the bokeh mode, as you'll see later. Now, the ZenFone Max Pro has a 16 megapixel sensor that produces excellent resolution and superb detail. This was a shot that I took in India about a few weeks ago when it was first introduced to the world. But guess what? This is shot with the 13 megapixel version of the phone. And this is only half the image. Yep. The reason for this great detail is not just the sensor, it's not just the lens, but a software plays a big part too. And we've been working with this same sensor and lens manufacturers for many years, since the first ZenFone. And we've managed to tweak the software pretty well to create this high level of detail. To demonstrate the HDR capability of the ZenFone Max Pro, I went to Pudu Market to take this shot. I almost fell down, because most people see Pudu Market from the bottom of the umbrella, not the top. Okay. As you can see, the building on the left casts a very harsh, strong shadow. This is very common in our country, Singapore and Malaysia, where the sun is very bright in the morning and casts this kind of strong shadow. So with HDR mode, most cameras will shoot this kind of photo with a harsh shadow with HDR mode on. The ZenFone Max Pro's HDR mode is pretty aggressive, but it suits our climate very well. I encourage the media friends among us to try and compare our HDR mode with other competitors. And as you can see, the Pudu Market umbrellas are much more vibrant and clearer in the foreground now. The HDR mode also works very well at night for night shots. And it's also great for pulling detail from dark areas like this Pasar Seni Gateway shot. Literally, wow. I'm sorry, no one got my Bulan Wow joke. Okay, never mind. The bokeh mode can also be used artistically on virtually any subject that's arranged in a row, like these dresses which are shot in India. It focuses the attention of the viewer on the area where you tap. And it's also great. The night mode of the camera is also good for producing pretty high resolution photos with low noise, like this little girl which I shot in India. But guess what? She is actually part of a much larger scene. And the ZenFone Max Pro is the only phone in its price capable of shooting 4K Ultra HD resolution video, which fit perfectly on your home 4K TVs. But wait, there's more. You can shoot still photographs while recording video. So, before I go, here's another link to the photos shot by the ZenFone Max Pro. But a few points again for you to note. All the photos you see in that link have not been edited. None of them, zero. All the photos in that link have been shot with the 13 megapixel version of the camera. Malaysia is getting the even higher resolution 16 megapixel version. And these photos were shot using firmware which is about 1 month old. And as mentioned again, our team of dedicated imaging engineers will always keep improving the firmware and image quality of the phone. And the last point, please feel free to share, and I hope this inspires you to shoot more with the ZenFone Max Pro. Thank you, and I hand this time back to Huai Pin.
Hello. Amazing yet? Okay. Now, again, keeping our consumers' needs in mind, our ZenFone Max features a triple slot, whereby the Redmi Note 5 features a hybrid slot. Zen fans, you guys know what is hybrid slot? Yes? No? Yes? So is hybrid better or the triple slots better? Hybrid, so we can save a little bit more. Okay, so our ZenFone Max Pro, we have the triple slots. And fingerprint unlock and face unlock. Because security is a huge concern in 2018. So we incorporated these two features to give you the top level of security. And the most crucial part for a gaming smartphone, the performance. So here is some of our tier 1 competitors. Those are their mid-high-end smartphones, flagship, whereby you can see the advertisement from KLIA toilet to KLCC to JB and Singapore. Okay? And this is the processor that they are using. Vivo V9 retail for 1320, Snapdragon 626. Oppo F7, MTK P60. So you guys think you will pay this kind of money for this kind of, processor? I mean, some will do, but as a, smart people, okay, I'm very proud to present that our ZenFone Max Pro, which the price is, the price will be revealed by my boss. It will come with the latest Snapdragon 636. So how great is the Snapdragon 636? This is Qualcomm's latest innovation for mid-high segment flagship smartphone with the 14 nanometer fabrication, Creo 260 structure, and an Adreno 509 GPU. The overall architecture is very, very similar to the S800 series processor. Those of you have purchased some really high-end phones will know the S800 series, which they normally use it on the flagships. Okay? This is the overall Antutu score. And yeah, we are comparing with Xiaomi. In our lab testing overall score, the ZenFone Max Pro win by a slight margin compared to the Note 5. But if we are comparing to the Redmi 5 Plus, we are at least 1.54 times better. But we have to emphasize, Note 5 performance is not that bad since they are using the same processor as us. But how do we achieve that little slight margin than the Note 5? Our secret formula is the Snapdragon 636, the LP DDR4 RAM, and any Zen fan can answer. I give them a free, a free something. No? AI? Okay, the free something is for me. We have a pure Android experience on Max Pro. Now, with pure Android, the user experience score, we are higher than both the Redmi Note 5 and the Redmi 5 Plus. Now the system loading is much lower because it's using the pure Android. Don't share the Xiaomi, okay? And it also reflects on the boot up time. The overall time needed to boot up our ZenFone Max Pro is less than 20 seconds, which is much faster than both of them. While for gaming, the Adreno 509 can really unleash the full potential of a smartphone by providing 64% more performance than the previous version, Snapdragon 625, which is still using in the Redmi 5 Plus. What about the battery? Battery is very important when we want to game all day long. Okay, even if you have a very good smartphone such as the iPhone 10, probably you will hesitate to play a lot of games on it because it drains battery like really fast. So, as for our Max Pro, it has the best DNA from our previous version of Max and the Zoom. Even on Tom's Guide, they name us the smartphone with the longest battery life. And now on Max Pro, we won't disappoint you. Boys and girls, 5,000 mAh high capacity battery. Who else have 5,000? No, right? It's the lightest 5,000 mAh battery smartphone that comes along with a sturdy and sleek metal body, along with a premium 2.5D glass on the front. And it has two stylish colors, the Meteor Silver and the Deep Sea Black. Although the battery is 5,000 mAh, but it's actually a lightweight, high-density battery. What is amazing here is not that we have a bigger battery than the Xiaomi. The amazing thing here is that even though we have 1,000 mAh extra, but the weight, we are still 1 gram lighter than them. Now this is where our expertise in lightweight Ultrabook ZenBook comes into play. Have you seen our ZenBook? You guys can have a look later. It's really light. Now, another important thing to note, because a lot of end users, before they buy the Max, they will call to our office, "Hey bang, ini ada fast charger. Kalau nak charge full berapa lama? 6 jam." So most of them pull them off because of the long charging time. But now in the new ZenFone Max Pro, to charge it from 0 to 100%, it takes only less than 2 hours and 42 minutes. This is a 5,000 mAh battery, whereby our competitor, Redmi Note 5, it has a 4,000 mAh battery, but the charging time is 3 hours. So this is where our expertise in the battery comes in. Massive stamina. When we talk about massive, this is really massive. Who here has talked on the phone for 42 hours? Or watch YouTube for 19 hours? No, right? But let me give you a better picture of how good our battery are. You can watch Game of Thrones, 2 seasons in 1 full charge. Imagine what can that do to your eyes. But that is not all. 2 seasons online streaming. Imagine if you download it off torrent. Sorry. You can't download. On YouTube, 17.8 hours. And Netflix, 20 hours. Okay, that is not all, okay? The most important thing here today is gaming, right? You can play Free Fire for 11.5 hours in 1 charge. You guys better have insurance for your fingers. Okay? Now here comes the exciting part for mobile gamers. I am pleased to announce our collaboration with Garena's Free Fire as the official mobile game partner for ZenFone Max Pro M1. So let us welcome my friend here, Mr. Howard from C Group Malaysia, come on stage to give us some words about Free Fire and our exclusive partnership deal.
Make sure it's working. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Let me start off by saying thank you so much to ASUS for giving me the opportunity to speak here today at this wonderful event. I'm here on behalf of Garena, which is the #1 games platform in the region. I did want to share this picture with you first, just to start out. Mobile gaming and esports have really taken the world by storm. This is a picture of our recent regional esports event called Garena World. We had 200,000 people live and 10 million views online in this event. And one of the biggest, most exciting games we had at this event is Free Fire. So let me play a short video that will give you a sense about what Free Fire is about. So as you just saw, Free Fire is a mobile game where you're placed on a remote island and pit against 49 other players, and you're all seeking for survival. So if you watch the Hunger Games, the movies or read the books, this is a very similar concept, right? People run around the terrain, they gather essential items like weapons, health kits, and even vehicles as they all vie for survival. And as time goes by, the map shrinks in size, so that forces an exciting showdown between the players. At this point in time, I'm excited to share some stats. Free Fire has reached 13 million daily active users. So that means there are 13 million people playing this game every single day. It became the #1 game in 28 countries, hit the top 5 charts in mobile games in over 50 countries, and over 50 million downloads. So it has really reached a significant milestone worldwide on both the Apple App Store as well as the Google Play Store. And Free Fire is not just big in Malaysia and Southeast Asia. We've actually reached the pole positions in Taiwan, in Thailand, in Vietnam, and even far-flung geographies like Brazil and, of course, Korea. We've really strived to make Free Fire a perfect mobile game experience. All you need is 10 minutes for a game, and a smartphone, of course. We've intentionally kept the hardware requirements quite low, so the vast majority of smartphones will be able to play the game. We've also enhanced the gameplay by giving each character that you can pick in the game distinctive traits, which means that it adds a layer of strategy to the game. We've also listened to players and are excited about some of the new enhancements that we've made to the game. First off, we've released a new extended map last week called Purgatory. Right? We listened to feedback from our users, and having a new map was one of the most highly requested features that we got. The feedback so far has been very, very positive on this map, and we hope to enhance Free Fire's playability with this new battleground. Second, we actually launched a Fire Pass system, and this rewards loyal users for completing missions. Fire Pass is free for all, and for a small premium, you can upgrade to an Elite Pass, and the Elite Pass adds elite missions and gives you even more attractive rewards. On top of that, we just introduced the Spectator mode, which enables you to see the world through another player's eyes. Right? We really see enormous potential with Free Fire and are releasing this feature in response to strong demand from esports fans. To that end, in partnership with ASUS, we will be piloting Free Fire esports tournaments at Berjaya Times Square and Battle Arena with up to 25,000 ringgit worth of prizes. This will be taking place later this year. We're very proud and honored to be working with ASUS on major esports events. For both tournaments, as mentioned, the ASUS ZenFone Max Pro M1 will be our official phone partner. Just to be specific about the deal, every purchase of the ZenFone Max Pro M1 will entitle the buyer to an in-game costume set worth 80 ringgit. We've actually invested. Thank you. We've actually invested over R1 million of in-game items as part of these partnerships because we really strongly believe that ASUS is a brand that is very well recognized and is truly an ideal partner for us at Garena. With that, I'd like to close my speech for today, but I just wanted to close on this note by saying thank you so much again to the ASUS team for this wonderful partnership with us. We look forward to doing much more with you in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Howard. Yes, the new Free Fire updates look very interesting, and I don't know about you, but I'm a gamer myself, so I think it's great that you can have all those hours and your phone won't die and you're able to game and continue on, so that's definitely a great feature. Now, without further ado, I guess everyone is very excited about the retail pricing on these phones, right? Isn't that something that you're interested to hear about? Now, this is the resale pricing for both the ZenFone 5 and the ZenFone Max Pro. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, to let you know more about how much these phones are going to cost, please put your hands together for Mr. Leo Seng back to the stage to share the moment of truth.
Wow. Finally, let's go into the most exciting moment, right? Before starting announce the price, I would like to ask all of you, how much do you think for a phone that has 93 DxO photo scores? Then friends, how much? 2,000, 3,000, 4,000? For your reference, most of the phones with 90 DxO photo score and above are in between 3,000 to 4,000. But now, you can own a phone with 93 DxO photo score at more affordable price. ZenFone 5 comes with Snapdragon 636, 4GB RAM, 64GB storage. It's selling at 1,299. Wow, another highlight. Just a few minutes ago, Lee want to replace me on stage to announce the price. Okay? If ZenFone 5 is already selling at a very affordable price, how about the phone that can perform limitless gaming? As performance is essential for a limitless gaming phone, we understand the need of 6GB RAM. That's why we are bringing ZenFone Max Pro 6GB RAM with 64GB storage to Malaysia. In this comparison table, you can see only one price is around 1,600, while others are even higher than 3,000. But I know you are wondering, how much is the price? My dear friends, ZenFone Max Pro M1 comes with Snapdragon 636, 6GB RAM, and 64GB storage. It's selling at $999. Coming to next ZenFone Max Pro M1, 4GB RAM and 64GB. Comparing the latest Xiaomi phone, you can see the ZenFone Max Pro M1 has the largest 5,000 mAh battery for 2 days usage and the better camera spec. How much do you think the price should be? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, ZenFone Max Pro M1 comes with Snapdragon 636, 4GB RAM, and 64GB storage. It's selling at $849. Lastly, how about the ZenFone Max Pro M1 with 3GB RAM and 32GB storage? Again, this compare table shows clearly that ZenFone Max Pro has the beat other brands, especially on battery and the camera. So, you can guess how much is the ZenFone Max Pro M1? Okay, ZenFone Max Pro M1 comes with Snapdragon 636, 3GB RAM, and 32GB storage. It's selling at $699. But is it enough? Enough? No, yes, I hear your voice. From July, we will have weekly flash sales for ZenFone Max Pro M1, 3GB, 32GB, selling at $649. Now, another exciting news I would like to share here. As you know, online shopping is becoming more popular in Malaysia. Then, how to collaborate with online parlor to provide best shopping experience for end user is the main topic for all the principals. Allow me to invite Ms. Sherry from Lazada Malaysia to share a very exclusive deal that is about to excite all of you here. Power up your Lazada app and let us welcome Sherry on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to ASUS for inviting us at Lazada to be here. We at Lazada is very happy and excited with this collaboration. This is our first collaboration exclusively launching in Lazada. In conjunction with Lazada Riang Ria Raya, that starts on the 1st to the 4th of June. We are launching 3 exclusive models with ASUS, with the 3 phones here. I think this is where we say ini kali lah. Okay, for ZenFone 5, you've seen the price. It's going to be exclusively available on Lazada at 1299 and exclusively pre-order only on the 4th of June. So remember, 4th of June, you got to put in your orders. For ZenFone Max Pro, 4 plus 64 GB, 849. What do you think is going to be on Lazada? Yes. It's going to be on Lazada only on the 2nd and the 3rd of June. It's exclusively pre-order. Remember, go into Lazada, put your order in on the 2nd and 3rd of June. Finally, ZenFone Max Pro M1, 3 plus 32G, 699. Guess. The Lazada style, man. It's going to be at 599. Remember, it's only going to happen tomorrow. It's a one-day special. And subsequently, it's every Tuesday of the month and only available in June. You can only buy ZenFone Max Pro M1 3 plus 3G, 32GB only in June. Put your orders in. Okay. Thank you. This is our first collaboration with ASUS with the 3 exclusive range. We wished for more. We will come up with more campaigns and more attractive deals for all the Zen fans. For Zen fans out here, remember to follow ASUS official store on Lazada. Go into Lazada website, press follow, and more deals are coming. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sherry Tan, and of course, Leo. I think we're just going to do a little recap here about all the prices for the new phones.
Okay, so to wrap it up, here's our current lineup. ZenFone 5, 4GB and the 64GB will be exclusive, available on Lazada for pre-order on 4th of June. ZenFone Max Pro M1, 4GB and the 64GB storage will be available by only $799 during the pre-order from 2nd and the 3rd of June. ZenFone Max Pro M1, 3GB and the 32GB will be available for $599 during the flash sales starting from tomorrow and every Tuesday of June. For full details, check out the ASUS official store at Lazada. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Mr. Leo, and of course, Ms. Sherry. Congratulations on your partnership with ASUS, and of course for Lazada. I'm sure you're all very excited to get your hands on these phones at great prices, of course. Now, we would love to commemorate this moment, so we would like to take a photo with all of you up on stage, and of course to the rest of our VIPs. Please put your hands together and bid a very warm welcome again to Mr. Eric Chen. Please come up on stage. He is the ASUS Corporate Vice President. Mr. Rex Lee, ASUS APAC General Manager. Mr. Benjamin Ye, who is the ASUS Regional Director of Southeast Asia. Mr. Andrew Chan, the Global Product Marketing Senior Manager. Mr. Lee Huai Pin, who is the Mobile Business Development of ASUS Malaysia. And Mr. Howard So, CEO of C Group Malaysia. Please come up on stage for this photo opportunity. Members of the media, this is your chance to get a photo. They're just going to hand over the phones to them beforehand. get your cameras ready. We're also going to obviously do the directions to the left, in the middle, and to the right, so you don't have to all adjourn into the middle. Just stay where you are, but come forward so you can get your photos. And yes, as mentioned, do head on over to Lazada and check out the deals and on the dates that they mentioned, and follow up on ASUS and Lazada online. Social media is big now, so you can always figure out all the details that you might have missed out on or you haven't really remembered. There is a spot to head on to on social media. All right, now's the moment. Please come forward. So yeah, we're going to start with the middle. Of course, you can always hashtag today as well, ASUS Malaysia, Lazada Malaysia, hashtag on ZenFone Max Pro, ZenFone 5, so we can follow up on all your photos. Let's try and turn to the left, just a little bit to the left, looking over to the left here. We've got some taking photos over there as well. Let's go to the right, gentlemen. There we go. And the last one in the middle, once again. Big smiles. All right, so I think we've got all our photos in, and of course you can also ask some questions later on. All right, so just big selfie. Can you all put your hands up? Everyone's like, oh, I'm tired. They're all on their phones gaming already. Can we do a big smile for the selfie? 3, 2, 1, ASUS! Woo! All right, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to an end of the event here today. I hope you've gotten enough information and you had a great time with us. And of course to our VIPs, Sherry as well from Lazada, thank you so much for being with us here today. Now the ZenFone 5 and ZenFone Max Pro M1 has an experimental zone. So the only exit, guys, is right up there. It's to your right, up in the corner. So head on up there and you will follow directions as shown. So basically, the ASUS ambassadors can lead you out into the zone where you can check out all the phones. Please enjoy the range here today, and I hope you've enjoyed yourself once again. Thank you, everyone, for coming, and congrats to ASUS. We are now adjourned. Have a nice day ahead, everyone, and of course, happy fasting tonight.